exploration into the self-destructive tendencies of narcissists. In this episode, we unravel the intricate elements that inevitably led to their downfall. Before we dive into these complexities, consider subscribing for future enlightening discussions. Now let's understand why, despite their perceived success, narcissists are essentially destined for failure. Their sense of entitlement and the relentless need for control often drive them to overstep boundaries, resulting in a life marked by negativity and self-sabotage. As we explore the reasons behind their self-destruction, we'll delve into their defensive nature, inherent dishonesty, and the unmistakable signs that manifest in their relationships. Brace yourself for a detailed analysis that unveils the self-destructive patterns of narcissists, offering insights into the complexities of their behavior. As a narcissist, the tragic flaws inherent in narcissists inevitably pave the way for their self-destruction. Why? Their sense of entitlement and the incessant need for control led them to frequently overstep boundaries in their interactions with others. Let's delve into the intricacies. First and foremost, it is crucial to address a claim that might be deemed offensive by many narcissists. Despite their perceived success, they're essentially living a life destined for failure, fueled by their inflated self-opinion. Narcissists believe they are contributing to society by dictating how others should live. However, blinded to their own negativity, they inadvertently attract negativity into their relationships. Narcissists vindicate their sense of superiority, entitlement, control, invalidation, and defensiveness, deeming these traits as natural and fitting. Anyone daring to challenge them is promptly blamed for misunderstanding their intentions. It is imperative to recognize that narcissists are consistently defensive, necessitating preparedness for any interactions with them. Typically, narcissists dread being seen for who they truly are, leading them to construct a false identity founded on lies. Notably, when confronted, their response is defensive, resorting to yelling, arguing, and shifting blame onto others for their predicaments. Their emotional incapacity for honest conversations is evident as they gravitate towards argumentative or passive-aggressive behavior. Considering themselves exceptional, narcissists adamantly refuse to conform to societal norms. This obstinance obstructs genuine dialogue with others or a true understanding of themselves. They impose their values on others without entertaining alternative perspectives, ultimately contributing to their downfall. The path to a narcissist's ruin manifests in unmistakable signs, such as attacking your character to deflect blame for their problems. Ineffectively managing conflicts and making irrational choices showcases their inability to grasp the bigger picture. The dismissal of opposing opinions as irrelevant persists as they assert themselves as the sole capable judge. Consistently attributing blame to others is another glaring sign, as they wreak havoc on lives and discredit others, ultimately setting the stage for their self-destruction. I don't employ hyperbole when I assert that numerous events will unfold. Can you envision a narcissist proudly proclaiming, "I'm the best there is"? Clearly, things do not unfold as expected. A critical examination of my standpoint becomes imperative. Instead of assuming responsibility for their actions and striving for improvement, they deflect blame back onto you, perpetuating detrimental dysfunctional patterns in their journey as a couple. Their attempt to coerce you into conforming to their ideal, dictating your thoughts, actions, responses, and opinions on all matters, signifies a perilous path, embodying an attitude of everything must align with my way. They blatantly disregard alternative perspectives, deeming them inconsequential and superfluous. They believe that fostering acceptance, despite differences, entails insulting you and attempting to reshape your core self. If the narcissist succeeds in instilling a sense of inadequacy within you, the dangerous implication is that you may conclude you need the narcissist to rescue you from these perceived shortcomings. This skewed reasoning becomes a red flag, signaling a refusal to acknowledge the need for assistance or recognize that your perspective holds validity. Their evident lack of resources beyond their presumed superiority underscores their struggle to regard you as an equal. Their interest in you is solely tethered to the fulfillment of their narcissistic needs. The roots of their self-destructive tendencies lie in their myopic vision, neglecting the long-term consequences of their actions. Substance abuse, extramarital affairs, financial mismanagement, and rude behavior toward others represent recurring issues they overlook. Being inherently self-centered, They exclusively fixate on immediate demands, dismissing potential negative outcomes. Instead of embracing responsibility, they swiftly deflect blame onto others. Addictions, whether to substances, relationships, approval seeking, wealth pursuit, or the hunger for recognition and admiration, contribute significantly to their downward spiral. Their dependence on authoritarianism becomes evident in their penchant for dominance games, often oblivious to the resentment provoked in others when subjected to bullying or rude treatment. The self-destructive narcissist adamantly insists that their way is the only way, providing uninformed commentary and grappling with critical thinking. Attempts to evade responsibility through mindless behaviors like compulsive screen staring further characterize their obliviousness to consequences. Their incapacity for social interaction, coupled with a need for blind obedience to authority, underscores their obliviousness to the ramifications of their behavior. Their failure to harmonize and their unbridled arrogance collectively contribute to their downfall, yet they remain oblivious to the interconnection between these factors. To steer clear of a self-destructive pattern triggered by a narcissist, it is crucial to avoid succumbing to damaging responses. Dwelling on and intensifying negative emotions such as hate, rage, disdain, and bitterness heightens the risk of falling into the trap set by the self-destructive narcissist. Maintaining a healthy distance and unequivocally conveying your refusal to tread the destructive path with that individual is the optimal approach to manage their harmful conduct. If narcissists were forthright, they would acknowledge that their outward persona serves as a mere facade for their inner feelings of worthlessness. They would recognize their failure to navigate relationships rationally, spending more time complaining than actively improving. In their reluctance to admit these truths, it becomes evident that the narcissist's damage is a burden they must bear, grappling with the fallout on their own. Simultaneously, prioritize personal growth, striving to become a more well-rounded individual embodying values such as love, peace, and justice, rather than getting entangled in attempting to rectify the destructive narcissist. The objective should be self-improvement. In summary, narcissists harbor an inflated sense of self-importance, believing others owe them, often paving the way for their own disruption. Those projecting an air of superiority may be concealing a fragile ego, and the fear of exposure may drive them towards self-destruction. Their demise unfolds as they endeavor to control everything and everyone, devoid of the capacity to embrace constructive feedback. Their utilization of manipulation and coercion to impose their ideals, coupled with an unwillingness to acknowledge alternative viewpoints, fuels their downfall. Narcissists tend to unravel relationships, blaming others for problems, and grapple with open communication, resorting to arguments or passive-aggressive behavior. The recurring cycle of action, substance misuse, yearning for acceptance, and fixation on material success all contribute to their downfall. Failure to take responsibility for their conduct and disregard for future consequences are recurring factors in their detrimental behavioral patterns. I hope you find this video informative, and thank you for watching.